So I'm showing you this video today because I'm going to be taking my Hermes Kelly size 28 into the spa for some servicing. I purchased this bag pre-loved, and as you can see from the dust bag, it is a vintage bag. It's a blue jean Kelly in size 28. The leather is Swift. I got an amazing deal on it, and that's because it has what most people would consider significant wear on the corners. To me, I knew that it was fixable and it wasn't a big deal, but it was probably very off-putting to a lot of people, which is why they didn't pick it up. I picked it up for $7K, which of course, you know, it's expensive, but not when you're talking about an Hermes Kelly bag. It's in absolutely beautiful condition with the exception of the corners, which I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to show you as much as I can about the process of fixing it. The only reason I'm taking it in is for the corners, so I'm going to be curious to see what Hermes comes up with in terms of what they feel I need to fix. Let me bring you up the inside of the bag. It's in absolutely perfect condition. The strap is in perfect condition. The corners are horrid. So this is Swift once again. Let me go ahead and bring it up so you can take a look at the corners, and then I'll show them to you afterward. So there's corner number one, and you can see that all of the color has worn off. And although it might look to you like the leather has worn off, it has not. It's still very smooth. It's just the color has worn, and you can see the underneath of the leather, the white portion. Here's corner number two. And I was not afraid of it when I saw it. I was a little concerned, but I knew that Hermes fixes this type of thing and it would look really good when it came back. Here's corner number three. And I know you've seen this on other vintage bags if you've paid attention. If you shop on resale, I'm sure you've seen it and wondered whether you could buy a bag like this and fix it up. So we're going to find out. I'm going to take it into my local Hermes and see what they tell me. And then there's corner number four. And that's the only reason I'm taking it in. I've owned the bag by the time you see this for almost, yes, I know I've never shown it, but almost a year and a half. So I've been waiting to take it in, but because of COVID protocols and that sort of thing, I have not been able to go to the local store and get an appointment. But I have an appointment to take it in and have someone take a look at it and, tell me what they'll do. So I'm going to share that experience with you, what they quote me, what they tell me, and how long it takes. And we'll see when I get it back how it looks. And I think this will be really helpful for a lot of people, especially those who shop on resale and see this kind of wear on items and wonder whether or not it's fixable. I've seen a lot of corners like this on bags, and I didn't know, but I'm taking a chance, and you're going to come along and see what happens. Okay, everybody, so we're in the car. Today is Tuesday, February the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. We are making our way to Hermes for the very first time to get those bags repaired. I'm carrying with me a Coach bag, and I will insert a picture of the way I'm dressed. Nothing fancy. I did do my hair a little nicer than normal, but it looks like maybe an office day. I could be going to my job or something. I'm choosing to carry the bags in nondescript kind of grocery bags. I have a Trader Joe bag for one of them, the purple raisin one, and then just like a really awfully ugly fabric bag for the Swift blue jean. The reason I'm carrying them in these nondescript bags is because there's been a lot of smash and grabs and kind of burglaries on the Rodeo Drive area recently, and I just don't want to be a target. So I think it's a good way to carry them in and not look like I'm carrying anything important. So let's go ahead. Once I'm out of the store, I'll let you guys know how it went. I don't think I'll be able to do anything in the store at all, but I'll let you know how I was treated and what we went through, any questions I was asked, and basically if I got any help. Okay, you guys, so we are back in the car, and you can see from my two empty bags here, my empty Trader Joe and my empty canvas bag, also a Fashion file back there. Shout out to Fashion File. My bags are gone. They took both of my bags. I waited outside in a queue outside the Hermes store for about 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. They were taking customers in one by one. And when I went in, I just said, I'm here to have my bags repaired. She had to go check whether they would take two at the same time. You can look at my little Coach bag here if you'd like while we wait. She had to check whether they would take two in at the same time, but she said yes. Apparently the craftsman works directly at the Beverly Hills store, so my bags will not be sent to Paris. They're just going to remain in Beverly Hills, the LA area. And I'm going to get an email, she said, in about 10 days outlining for me the work that they're going to do on each bag. I just had to fill out like a customer profile on a tablet that she gave me. She took pictures of my bags, and the whole process took like 15-20 minutes. Hello everyone. So if you've been following the video up until now, you know that I took my 2 Kelly bags into the spa services at Hermes, and it took 9 weeks to get both bags back. I picked both bags up at the same time, and a general spa service was done on both bags. They both cost the same amount, and there was no itemized report as to what was done. I was just told that they were going to get a general spa service and cleaning. So that's what they got. And this is the one. I unfortunately didn't show you guys the before pictures, but I've done several videos on this bag and the condition that I received it in and what it looked like before, so you can go back on my channel and see. But this is my 28 box Kelly. And when it went in, it had discoloration on the corners, discoloration under the flap. It was missing its clochette and keys. I do have the original strap, but what they basically did for this one was shine it to within an inch of its life. It looks absolutely beautiful. I had fingernail scratches and scratches from who knows what prior. I'll try and insert before pictures if I can, but they completely redid all of the corners. So the corners have been touched up, and you can kind of see on this particular corner right here where they did it, because there's a difference there, a slight difference between the two colors, the original and the touch-up. And I was told that with vintage bags, they come as close as they possibly can, but it might not always be an exact match, and you can kind of see that again, where the newer paint is richer than the former color. This one was matched pretty well. And then what they redid all of the glazing on this particular bag as well, along the handle, along my strap. The bag was presented to me within its dust bag. Hopefully you can see it. It's hard to get my Kelly inside the frame. They presented it to me in the dust bag, and everything was all perfectly, beautiful when I went to pick it up. True to their word, they did not go inside the bag at all. I do have quite a lot of wear along this inner portion right here, and they didn't really fix any of that. So you can still see it's there. They did not go inside the bag. They did not fix anything in there at all. So definitely take care in your bags to, protect them. They did do, however, my strap. They reglazed the strap and gave me a little dust bag for it. So my strap was completely reglazed. The handles, like I said, were completely reglazed, the handle. They also went along the side right here, where you open the bag up, and they redid all along here, all of the glazing there, and all of the glazing along the sangles as well on both sides, so that it glides a lot easier. If you watch some of my former videos, every time I moved this, it would sound like the bag was cracking, but what they've done now is make it nice and smooth, and the reglazing took care of that issue, so now I can open the bag without worrying that it's going to crack the way it was before. So they reglazed the bag, they reglazed the handle, they reglazed the strap, and they touched up the corners. They did not go inside the bag, so the wear that I had on the interior is still there. That line that was going across, that's unfortunate, but it's still there. And that's basically all they did on this bag. And then they shined it up. They took away every fingernail scratch that I could formerly see. I don't see anything now. It's just like a mirror, basically. All of the fingernail scratches that you might have been able to see in my other video are completely gone, and it looks just beautiful. It looks like something, it looks like it just came out of the boutique. It's just in beautiful, beautiful condition. Once again, this is a box leather, and it's made me really, really appreciate box and how it can be refurbished to be almost brand new. So if you're looking at a Kelly and you've yet to buy one, or you're considering what leather to get it in, definitely think about box, because it just repairs beautifully. The cost for this one was $345, and that's all they did for the $345. They didn't itemize it, like I said. They just gave me a final figure, and that's what I paid. So $345 plus a little bit of tax, and that's what I came away with. And once again, they did not at all go inside the bag. So this is bag number 2 that I took in for servicing. And when I went to pick them up, they gave me ample time they opened it up for me. She gave me ample time to look them over and, see if I was content with the work that had been done. I'll just let you know right from the start that this one also cost $345. It was the exact same amount as the other one. And again, it was 9 weeks. I had all the components for this one. I had the strap, the clochette, the keys, everything. So this one I had like full set, so to speak. But they did different work on this one than they did on the box one. On my box one, they basically just did the corners and the reglazing. On this one, they focused on the corners more so than anything else. And she told me that my items were in very good condition. So she said the box one in particular, I felt it was in bad shape, and she said it was in really good condition, that the craftsman commented that it probably didn't need work. So a lot of times when we think our bags need work, they probably don't. But this is the one. You can look at the pictures at the beginning of the video where the corners were extremely bad. So I'll just show you right away how those corners cleaned up. And let me open it for ease. And when I picked it up, that's how the lock was attached. It was just kind of over there. Let's take a look at those corners that were super bad and now are absolutely perfect. And once again, this is Swift blue jean, size 28. The corners are perfection. I'm just thrilled. And of course they polished the bag as well. I don't know what they use, and I would never be able to recreate the shine that they get, but they've polished it so beautifully. I mean, when I looked at those corners before, when you look at the before and you look at now, it's brand new. It's just incredible. And this is Swift, the one that a lot of people shy away from because they think that, it's not going to repair well or it's going to wear away. But this is, I think, from 2004. I don't remember now. So it took 17 years for the corners to get like that. It's not like your corners are going to go that way overnight, But they did the exact same thing. They polished up the bag, gave me back all of the stuff with little dust bags. And there's the inside. And this is the original dust bag that it came with because it is considered a vintage item when I bought it. But they put my strap in there, and they also reglazed everything. They reglazed the strap, they reglazed the handle, and then they also went to the side of the bag and reglazed all of this and the single part as well, where all of these thread through. That was done on both sides. So that seems to be standard. And once again, they did not go inside the bag and do anything, but this bag didn't require it. But that's how they came back. And so, like I said, each one was $345-ish, plus a little bit of tax. Really, really happy. 9 weeks. Mine did not get sent to Paris. If you have any questions, you want me to show them up close again, or just tell you anything about what I was asked or about the repair process in general, let me know. It's probably different for every single store, but this was my experience and my cost. And, it's valid as of the date of this filming. Things change. So keep that in mind. But I hope it's helpful, especially for those of you that buy pre-loved and have concerns about whether you can take it in. You absolutely can. And in my case, there were no questions asked and I was treated really well. So hope it's helpful. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.